Hey class, Absolute 5 here, and today we're going to talk about solving linear equations. Solving linear equations in one variable. In one variable, okay? So what is this? Let me just add more paper because I know I'm probably going to use this whole thing. Sorry, go back all the way up. Okay, so now, what is this? What makes this video different from the other video? The other video, it talks about those basic properties when you're doing the addition side and the multiplication when you're trying to solve for x, so and so and so. This is one variable, meaning you're solving for one variable only. There's other forms of variables, such as like 2 variables, 3 variables even, and it gets crazier from there on in. So we're not going to get into that far. But let me give you the play-by-play, the creme de la creme, the best thing you can use to solve any equation that you may face in your mathematic career, or if not, your short time learning mathematics here. So this is the guide. So these are the steps for solving equations. So let's see, what's the first step? Hit me with that knowledge. So the first step is, if parentheses are present, use the distributive property to combine any like terms. That's the second step. Sorry. Combine any like terms. You want to isolate the variable for, you want to divide both sides by the coefficient move that out of the way, by the coefficient 5. Check your answer. And as always, this is optional. This is not necessary. It's optional. So as we go down to our first equation that we're going to destroy, 3 times 2x minus 6 plus 6 equals 0. So here we go. The first step is use distributive property if parentheses are present. Yes, they are. So we're going to multiply 3 times 2x and 3 times negative 6. So 3 times 2x will give me 6x. 3 times negative 6, negative 18 plus 6 equals 0. Then the next step says combine any like terms. So we're going to combine any like terms. I get 6x. I'm mainly combining 6 and negative 18, which is going to give me negative 12 as my answer. And therefore, after that, I'm going to isolate the variable. Isolate the variable means get the variable by itself. How? By using the property we used in the last video. So I add 12 on both sides. I cancel out the 12s. I'm left with 6x equals 12 because 0 plus 12 is 12. And then the fourth step, divide both sides by the coefficient. In this case, I'm dividing both sides by 6. X equals 2 as my answer. And just for fun, I will check that the answer is true. So x equals 2 because that's what we found in our problem here. So when you plug in 2 into the equation, I get, so let's see, I get 3 times 4 minus 6 plus 6. And then I get 4 minus 6 is negative 2 plus 6. So the negative 3 times, so 3 times negative 2 gives me negative 6 plus 6, I get 0 is equal to 0. And that is true. Let us try another problem here. Let us try, wait, what? Okay, let's try another example. Sorry, let's try this one. 7x minus 2 equals 9x minus 6. So using the same property, we're going to use parentheses first. So I get 7x minus 14 equals 9x minus 6. Okay? Now, can we combine like terms? No. Now we have to isolate the variables. So my tip would be is to, when you're doing these types of problems, you want to make sure you're moving the variables that are smaller over to the other side and vice versa with the numbers. So I'm moving over the 7x first, and I cancel out the 7x's, and I'm left with negative 14. 9x minus 7x gives me 2x minus 6. Then I'm going to add the 6 on both sides because I want to isolate the variable as much as possible. The 6 cancels, so now remember the signs are the same. You keep the sign and I add the numbers and I'm left with 2x. The last step is divide both sides by 2. Sorry, negative 10 equals x, or x equals negative 10. Same thing. We'll do one more, then I'll give you your homework. So clearly you always want to follow each step slowly, take your time, don't rush, do what you have to do to make certain you get the answer. Let's say I gave you 4 times 3x minus 5 plus, let's see, not plus, and that's equal to, I'm kind of making this up on the fly. Let's say, yeah, sure, 10x and, what is that? I don't know what that is. Positive 20, why not? So we're going to distribute this over here. So I get 12x minus 20 equals 10x plus 20. I can't combine like terms on either side, so I'm going to move. Let's move the number this time. I add 20 on both sides. I cancel out here, and I'm left with 10x plus 40. I subtract 10x on both sides. I'm left with 2x equals 40. And I divide both sides by 2. X equals 20 as my answer. So for homework, you're going to get 2 times negative 3x plus 6 equals 9x minus 5 plus 11. And let me know what you get in your answers in the comments section down below. Let me know if it's a perfect answer. Let me know if it's a fraction, it's fine, or a decimal, it's fine. It's all right. It doesn't always necessarily have to work out. So that's the lesson for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave me a comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time with another video. This has been Absolute 5. I'm Roger Palomino. Math is infinite because there are infinitely many possibilities. And don't forget, don't hate, calculate.